Word, word, word. Welcome, 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 and welcome once again. It's Unwrap, baby. It's Unwrap, baby. You know what it is, man. It's Unwrap in the goddamn building. Unwrap the podcast, that is. I am your boy, Heat Detector. Yo, wasn't expecting that. He's on top of that shit. And then my co-host to the left of me, the astonishing Dinaj Vino.
Astonishing.
Yeah.
I like it.
Astonishing.
I like it.
And you know what? I feel real gracious tonight.
Gracious.
Yeah.
Oh.
The incredible Swipe God, the engineer.
Mm.
How about that?
Damn.
Damn.
Not sure.
He shit on himself.
We got confused. I
He
think.
shit the bed. He shit the bed on. He shit the bed on that one. Yeah, we right when you see what I'm saying? Right when you give him a shot. Right when you give him a motherfucker a shot, they shoot themselves down.
It happens.
All right, so give them the disclaimer before we even move forward.
You read. Hope you understand. Also add to that. Cursing. Okay. Probably some crazy subjects. Things go left here all the time.
No, they don't go left here all the time.
They don't go left here all the time.
I said disclaimer. Don't kick us while we're down.
Okay, but we're not down.
We'll get to that.
Okay. Cursing. Okay. You will hear some explicit language. Okay. Appreciate that. Thanks.
Explicit language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it. That's your take on the disclaimer.
I mean, we pretty much told everything else.
No, but you got it. Have we not learned anything? Have we not learned anything?
This is for entertainment purposes.
Thank you. There's a start.
We're not therapists. We're not experts. We're not teachers.
No. That's another show.
This is for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, there we go. Now you're cooking with grease, as they say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll take that.
But welcome everybody tonight. Welcome. We are back in the building. We've been going through a lot.
We have.
There's a lot going on, not only like just with the channel, but there is a lot going on. And I want to thank, first of all, before we get started, shout out Ace Vito in the damn building. He says, Ace Vito, Heat, Nas, Vino, Swipe God, Unwrap fam. Yeah, salute. Before we really get started, I want to say thank you to everybody out there that has been supporting the team, supporting the channel. And I want to say like, subscribe, share, help support. We'll keep bringing the content and we'll just keep making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
We got, like I said, we got a lot of things going on. Like, I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I feel good because the haters have been hating.
Yes.
Since day one.
Yeah.
And I was thinking before the show, I bet there's a lot of motherfuckers that think that we are paying for bots. We're paying bots. We're paying for a subscription. We're paying for this. We're paying for that. And one thing that I've made really clear at the very beginning was this shit is going to be organic.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been organic as fuck. And let me just say this, and I'm gonna see how Swipe God, if he's on point. We on the motherfucking move. We are on the motherfucking move when I tell you this shit. First of all, let's be clear. Ain't nobody fucking with us, and ain't nothing out there like this. Nothing. And when I say this, I mean the whole fucking
mm-hmm.
channel. Ain't nothing out there like this. And we ain't taking no prisoners. I mean, like, you know how the shit we be saying behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? You either with us, get the fuck out the way, get stepped on, get stomped on, all that. Get your ass out the way because we doing something over here. And somebody told me today, I was talking to someone today, and they said the culture needs us. Now, when we heard that shit back when we were first getting all of this shit moving, it's like, yeah.
It's something new, exciting, something fresh.
But to hear people actually say
on some real shit,
yeah, y'all can't stop. The culture needs you. Excuse me. You guys are not just bringing this shit and putting the spotlight back on Chicago, but you're putting a spotlight on what you can do, what a motherfucker can do on the internet, on YouTube, and just really, if you have something in your mind, fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? And really stick to that shit. And I'm gonna tell you right now, first of all, I want to apologize to everybody. These last 2 weeks have been insane.
Mm-hmm.
Our channel is growing expeditiously, like a motherfucker. As we speak, this shit is still happening.
Bullet training for real.
Yeah. And what happened is we got a strike on the channel. Can we get a womp 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 womp? Yeah, we got a strike on the channel. I don't know how it happened, but we learned a lot from that strike, and that strike set us back while we were going viral, which is crazy. So we had 7 days of nothing, but 7 days of something. And the channel was going viral. You can't beat that shit. And it gave a motherfucker a minute to sit back and really evaluate not only what we're doing, how do we move forward, while this is all happening, how we move forward, you know what I'm saying, from this point on, and the things that we need to do, how we need to conduct ourselves. We're going to stay to the core of what everything is all about. Don't talk our shit. If you don't like that shit, you can move around. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do what the fuck we do. We're going to still bring artists. Man, what is you doing? You got the mic on? He over there crumpling the bag with the mic on, and god damn, see what I'm saying? Yo. I'm over here like, what the fuck?
We us gonna be us.
Yeah, no. We gonna stop all that shit.
That's what we gonna do. Like,
damn.
You talk. You just made a whole speech.
I know. I'm like, what is that noise? I look over there. He got the mic on the bag, crumbling the bag. Oh my God.
I love it.
Anyways, Jesus, take the wheel. Just take the mic, Jesus.
But the point
is we are on the move. We're gonna be making some changes, but we ain't gonna be making a whole lot. And all of the changes that are gonna be made are gonna be for the better. We ain't gonna change up what we do, how we do it, or the style in which we do it. We're just gonna shake things up. We're gonna fine tune some shit, and we're gonna shake some shit up. We're gonna make some shit happen. Not that we haven't been, but like I said, having that conversation today, man, really was inspiring. A shout out to Lyric Versatile, man. He is going to. He didn't know it. I told him today, you don't know it, nigga, but you part of the team at this point. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at
that. Shout out to Ace Vita, one of the newest members of the team. Funny as hell. That dude is hilarious. But which brings me to, okay, so I'm gonna backtrack in a second about when the channel getting that 7-day suspension. But moving forward now, so we're on the week right out of the goddamn jail.
Yes.
First of all, I got the days fucked up, so I thought we were back on Monday.
Right. So
nope.
Tuesday.
And what happens Tuesday? Goddamn outage.
During the trust
internet, during the trust tree, internet goes down. We have to do 2 parts. We're scrambling, trying to get this shit back together, get people back in there, because at this point, we had like 1,000 subscribers subscribe to the channel, and the shit was starting to move. So, oh fuck, power goes out or whatever in the fuck, the internet. I don't know what the fuck happened. Well, the internet went out. We fixed that, get it back on track. The movement was a little slow, but it picked back up. Okay, no problem. We live with it. Move forward. We got a show every day of the fucking week. So what happens Wednesday? We get mic drop. Shadow Master and the Nye. Shout out to Shadow Master and the Nye. What happens there? Fucking internet drops again. And mind you, we ain't really did anything solid since getting out of jail. So I'm like, what the fuck? But that shit went off. The mic drop went off. It was okay. We had, the internet drops in the beginning. There had to make some adjustments, but we got it back on. Then Thursday comes along. These fucking dudes, these effing dudes. We got like 1 minute 50 seconds into the show, thunderstorm, the whole shit. We had power surges, like 5 in a fucking row. Internet was out. We didn't even get to do that show. So we sat and talked, whatever, which leads us to today. And the only thing that's happened thus far is Swipe God crumbling the bag on the microphone. And we're going to keep our fingers crossed that is the only goddamn thing that happens.
If you consider that outside right now is a goddamn dust storm.
In Chicago.
A
dust storm in Chicago.
And the shit, like, my allergies are trash right now. And it's a little terrifying because it's like, you know, when the little
I see your nose running over there.
I'm like, what? I don't think this shit real.
Maybe throw some tissue out your eyes.
I appreciate that. Maybe the wires across. It's not here. You know, but no, it's fucked up outside. Traffic is ass. You know, like it's just
per usual.
Yeah, but no. This shit is different. I don't know what's fucking going on.
Motherfuckers know how to drive in the snow here, but you put some dust in there. It's a whole other thing. Choking on my coffee. But you've made it.
Yeah, we're here.
You're here. And
it's all good.
Motherfuckers might be wondering why we don't have a guest tonight. Well, normally, excuse me, we would do one day a month where we just talk shit. But I thought it was important that we come back this Friday and really talk about the channel, what we're doing, how we're going to be moving forward. Coffee sitting at the back of my throat, no diddy. How are we going to be moving forward, and just the funniness of the internet, the weirdness of the internet, and how YouTube really operates. Because I literally learned some shit. That they learned me some shit.
They learned you some shit.
Yeah, I thought I knew some shit, but apparently YouTube was like, "Nah, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Let me just back your ass up all diddy and give it to you."
It happens.
But damn. Yeah. So I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say because
in the specifics of the internet funniness and shit and YouTube and such.
Yeah. Keep it going because I'm looking at the chat right now on Ace Vito. I want to make sure I get his chat up.
So I'm curious to know exactly what you learned that you didn't know.
Well, there was a couple of things that I knew, and there was some things that I didn't know. If we were going to talk about somebody being unalive, we need to make sure we say unalive.
Mm-hmm.
That could get us hit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get into all of that until later.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I do have it in the description about the show. I don't want to give it all up.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But I think we're in a good space because we went viral. We have the channel itself has went viral. We have over the last 4 or 5 days, our channel has hit 2 million views to the channel alone, just to the fucking channel. So shout out to that.
That's incredible.
Excuse me. Shout out to everybody that has subscribed new to the channel. And I wanted to take this time out to tell people that if your first time seeing this show in particular, or visiting the channel, we got a lot of shit going on this channel.
Yeah.
So I'll talk a little bit about this show in particular. This show is called UNRAP The Podcast from UNRAP The Podcast channel. And this show, we interview artists, hip hop mainly hip hop culture.
Hip hop creatives.
Hip hop creatives, yeah. Good. I like that. Good one, I mean. And so we interview them from all over, not just Chicago, but we are pretty much real knee deep, if you will, in Chicago hip hop.
Yeah.
And so we shine a light on a lot of artists here in the city. And on this platform, we give them this platform to talk their shit, because this show in particular is about the artists and their journey. And it's not your typical podcast interview type shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that there's anybody that does it the way that we do it. And we've only had one complaint in the couple of years we've been doing it, and you just rolled your eyes. What was that eye roll for?
Because that shit was bullshit.
But if you go back and watch some of the shows, you'll see some very interesting things, some very funny things. We keep it light. We don't disrespect motherfuckers. We don't talk shit. We don't do none of that. What we do is we have good conversation. And 99.9% of the artists that come on the show drop gems about the industry, about the creative process, and even just about being a stand-up motherfucker.
Yeah.
Within the culture. Yeah.
Sometimes they learn things about themselves through the questions that we ask.
Yes, they learn things about themselves through the questions that we ask. And and to be honest, the show is really not like, oh, we're gonna ask this guy this, or we saw or heard something about him about this and that. I don't give a fuck about none of that gossip shit.
And every time something like that has happened, it was organic as shit.
Yeah.
We had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Right. Anytime a motherfucker came on our show or comes on our show, no diddy. That sounded really weird.
It did.
We never asked them any to spill any tea or anything about anybody or anything. If they want to talk about something, that's on them.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, when we do the show, if they did have beef or anything with anybody, they end up saying that shit themselves without being provoked. Now, we might nudge a little bit after they say it, you know what I'm saying? Or I might be like, okay, well, what? Say that motherfucker's name, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Who was there? You know what I'm saying? Grabbing my copy, like, oh.
Okay, shit.
Tell me more.
What you say the bitch has said?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But anybody that's been on the show, if they've said anything that later on they were like, hey, man, you shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. No, motherfucker, you shouldn't have.
And we always ask before we do the show, is there anything that you don't want to talk about?
Right. And everybody says,
and that's
no,
just
I'm
not
an open
necessarily
book.
Tailored to whatever, controversial thing you have going on. You literally might not want to talk about your personal life.
Speaking of,
because you're going through some things,
Speaking of personal, hold on. I gotta go ahead and talk. I gotta adjust this real quick so I can see what I'm doing.
We just want to provide a safe space for people to express themselves.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
No safe space.
No, for real, it is.
No therapy.
It's not therapy, but it's still a safe space. You know what I'm saying? For people to come and express themselves however they want. When we do You Got to Chill, they may answer the question in a way we don't agree with, but at the same time, we allow them to express themselves.
Okay.
What are you looking at? What's happening? What's going on?
Uh-oh. That ain't it.
What happened?
I'm looking for something.
I also want you to explain your original vision for before this became this. What was your original vision when you were constructing UNRAP in your head? When you were envisioning whatever it was you were envisioning, like
I envisioned it as being a show. The show itself, or everything.
Everything. Your original.
Are you interviewing me?
I mean, a scooch.
A scooch. Nah. At the beginning, hence the name UNRAP. I didn't want it to be about rap, I wanted to unwrap the rap, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. So the thought was like to talk about things that people really don't talk about within the industry, within the culture, and just peel back the layers of the culture. So it's unwrapped. It's not rap. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the other vision was to open a media center where we have multiple things going on and being able to teach kids. It sounds like so cliche and corny, but it is very real.
It's a thing, and it should be.
Yeah, and they've taken the arts out of the schools and shit. You know what I mean? Being a creative person, I know how important those things are. You know what I mean? And even at my age, not being able to create makes me crazy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And not being able to do some art in some way, shape, or form or fashion would make me absolutely lose my shit, because my brain is a constant fucking machine that won't fucking stop no matter what the fuck I'm think I'm doing. Because I could be doing any guy. I could be driving. I could be working on fucking Einstein's theory of relativity. You know what I mean? Even though I wouldn't, but if I were, I would still be thinking about something else. There's another part of my brain that is still fucking going, and it's coming up with ideas. It's thinking of what I should do, how I should do it, steps, the process. There's so much going on. If I don't have that outlet, it would drive me crazy.
Mhm.
Excuse me. So the thought was to have, build this, empire, if you will, make obviously get to the bag. I need the bag to get to where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I want the entire team and everybody to have space where we can really, really dig our heels in and really, really make a goddamn difference. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell my kids, it's one thing to make a legacy. Anybody can have a legacy. You can have a legacy of being a fucking drunk. You can have a legacy of being a fucking piece of shit. But it's different to have a legacy, not a legacy, but it's different to make a fucking footprint.
Yeah.
It's different to make a footprint. And to make a footprint that matters and a footprint that lasts forever, you know what I mean? There's something that changes the landscape of something. That's what that is the goal. Shout out Francino in the building.
Oh,
Yo,
wow,
man,
what's
we
up?
ain't seen you in a minute, bro.
Damn.
I don't know if you know or if you've been listening, bro, but the channel we on the move. I hate to say it, but I've been telling motherfuckers, and I say it at the end of every show. Ain't nobody fucking with us. Nobody. And I be meaning that shit. I've been saying that shit since this whole shit started.
But it feels different. I feel like it feels better because we literally got one goddamn subscriber at a time.
Yeah.
Like, for real. I keep saying this shit about that goddamn door.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, being on the other side of that door. And shit was cool when we was in the room. Because we was doing what we wanted to do.
We still doing what the fuck we want.
But I'm saying, we was talking shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was talking to people. We was like filling out the space. You know what I'm saying? We was coming into our own or whatever. And then like every little small change we made, it was like, okay. But I love when people come down here and their reaction to the you digs. You know what I'm saying?
It's something different.
It never gets old.
No, it doesn't, does it?
It never gets old.
And we about to flip the script on everybody again.
I fucking
Trust
love
and
it.
believe. Ace Beetle said E equals MC squared.
Think about the
relativity of that analogy. MCs, you talking about two MCs, I don't know, whatever, dude.
All of that shit.
All of that shit.
It's all fitting.
But I want to say shout out to Francino, man. Boy, now we need to talk, Francino. Now we really need to talk.
We're in the stratosphere we need to be in.
Yeah, we in a space right now for something. I'm gonna have to hit your line, Francino, because we're in the space right now on YouTube where some things can happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's very necessary.
Yeah, Francino, you are definitely needed. But I'm gonna hit your line, fam, and we're gonna talk about it. But back to what we were saying in the question that you asked me. Yeah, it has been. Anybody that says they doing this shit, oh, I'm doing it for the culture. Yeah, you are, sure. But you gotta be doing it for the bag.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it. We're headed to the bag. That was. We can't get to anything else that needs to be done until we get to the bag.
Yeah.
So the bag is an absolute necessity.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're getting to the bag. We're gonna get to the bag. Shit is gonna fucking happen. Shit is happening now as we speak. And as much as the haters out there want to say or do say anything about whatever we're doing, if they look at the numbers and they say the numbers don't match, if they look at shit and they hating on whatever, I don't give a fuck because I know what's happening. Because I wake up, breathe, eat, and shit this stuff every fucking day.
Motherfucking literally.
Every day. And hold on. Francino said, I'm open. Holla at me. Yeah. Oh boy. my man's. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna hit your line tomorrow. He said, keep doing y'all thing. Yeah, we ain't stopping.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate that. Salute, man. But like people say, like, oh, the numbers don't matter. What people don't understand is we got 9 motherfucking shows. This channel goes every day. Every day. So we have people that watch certain shit. We have people that watch one show and they don't want to watch anything else. We got, It varies. Excuse me. But like right now, with the movement of everything right now, literally in the last 2 weeks, we've gotten over 2,000 subscribers. And I'm telling you, as we speak right motherfucking now, we got another video going viral that has already brought in 70, hold on, over, I want to say 100. But in the process of it doing that, it's everything else is moving. So the subscribers are coming in left and motherfucking right. And this is why one of the reasons why I wanted to do the show tonight, because I feel like we need to introduce ourselves to all of the new subscribers. Because let's see, I predict, and I'm saying this right now, as we speak, we're at 3,564 subscribers. Now I'm refreshing it right now. Okay, we're at 3,574.
That shit is fucking bananas how that shit is going up like that.
Now look, by the time this weekend is over, we should be at 5,000 subscribers. Is what I'm thinking.
That shit's bananas.
And hey, we need everybody's help.
Yeah.
Help this channel be that goddamn channel.
Yeah.
We need 1 million subscribers. Like for real, for real, for real.
And I think I feel, well, I shouldn't say I think. I feel like it's like ordained for us, right? Because when we go different places, like number one, we're welcome in spaces that a lot of people ain't welcome in. You know what I'm saying? And when we, like, a lot of us that are on the channel, we ain't never done shit in this capacity. You know what I'm saying? I said a lot of us, not all. But like, we ain't never done shit in this capacity. We just came into shit like, oh, it sounds interesting. Fuck it, let's do it. But like, it's motherfuckers who are like worshipped in Chicago that fuck with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm walking in a space and I'm like, oh shit, there's so-and-so. But they like, oh shit, there's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is the best fucking feeling to know that I ain't pay nobody to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do no weird shit. With no ketamine involved. You know what I'm saying?
Ketamine?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I just showed up.
Baby oil.
None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just show up and goddamn it, get in where I fit in. And that shit is great. And I'm pretty sure everybody feels the same fucking way.
Yeah.
Getting out of the mud is...
I personally, like, I've been saying this shit from the gate, like, and telling everybody that's on the team, have faith. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Just trust me in this shit. It may not look like it, but trust me. You know, I was able to be successful, drunk as fuck with no goddamn focus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've said it to my family, and it's, you know what I'm capable of doing if I'm fucking focused. I wish a motherfucker would. You know what I mean? And it's showing. And it's showing not only with that, but with the people that are involved with everything that we're doing. And it shows with the shit we get invited to.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, shout out to Uncle John, John Doe from the Go. He's got a listening party coming up. Shout out to that. We are invited. It's a private industry listening party. We're invited to that.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Messi PVE. Let's go, baby. We listen, there's some shit in the works with that, and we're involved with that, man. Messi is family, you know what I'm saying? Fucks with that kid, man. Heavy. He is the next motherfucker up out the city. And if you don't believe me, man,
it's well deserved.
Watch and see.
Well deserved.
Mark what I tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, I know some things. You know what I mean? I talk to motherfuckers. I be knowing some things. I just don't be saying shit. You know what I mean? I tell a couple people here and there. You know, even look at Ill for Real in the building. That's our youngin' right there in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Solid kid. And even he's got the picture up. Shout out to Ronnie Boykin Jr. for Awesome Day in Chicago. Shout out to him and everything that's happening for him. And Columbia College, you know, they put up the photo. If you see it right there on Ill for Real's.
That motherfucker is big.
Yeah. Shout out to that. Shout out to, again, I want to say shout out to everybody that has been a part of the channel. We act like we really, you know, it feels like when I say that, like, oh, man, we just hit the lotto. No, it's a shout out and a testament to everybody that believed in us, and even more so the motherfuckers that didn't believe in us.
Mm-hmm.
and didn't see what the fuck I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to my team for trusting in that vision. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't stopped. We fucking ain't even scratching the surface. Because when it's all said and done, you're gonna have to come to us when you come to Chicago. You're gonna have to sit down with us if you want to come and do something here.
That's a very delicious fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even right now, we got motherfuckers that want to be on the show, that are dying to be on the show. We don't have a lack of people that want to be on the show, and we got so many motherfuckers that want to come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, but we managing. So again, if you're watching this for the first time, I'm going to tell you. Well, I'll have my illustrious co-host tell you about the channel and what. Ill for real. He said, "UNRAP, baby." You already know. Tell everybody what do you feel like the channel encompasses, or what it's about?
It's at this point. It's
not at this point. Come on now.
I mean, at this point, it's a conglomerate
mm-hmm.
of podcasts. We have something for everybody. Hip hop centered, which is this one. We got the Trust Tree, which is more about healing and discovery, and just the humanistic aspect of life. We got Cooking Up with Nino, which is centered around creation. From a production standpoint, all that type of jazz. We got Whoopty Whoop Sports, where it's some bunch of goofy ass niggas talking about.
No, it ain't. It's sports. How you supposed to get it, dummy?
Sports, how you supposed to get it, dummy?
Yeah.
I mean, so that's your sports, but it also has some conflict, some comedy. We got these two bitches, which is basically just
you heard the name.
Two bitches talking about life. Whatever we got on our mind.
Two bitches talking about bitch ass niggas doing bitch ass shit, and bitch ass bitches doing bitch ass shit.
Okay. Well, how about you describe it, since you don't like none of the shit I'm saying?
Well,
what the fuck is the check-in about?
The check-in is different.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the check-in, he said, run the slogan back.
Run the slogan back?
Yeah. Whoop-de-whoop sports. Sports are you supposed to get it, dummy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
WWSP. That's Ill for Real in the building. He's part of that show. What was that question again?
Check-in.
Mm-hmm. I want to say that the check-in for me is different from everything else that we do on the show, because I don't give a fuck about the likes, the subscribes, or the shares, or the looks, or anything. That show means a lot to me, and it means a lot about growth and journey and being helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Like that channel, we could have a 1,000 other shows, and I wouldn't give a fuck. I mean, I give a fuck about all of them, but if the check-in never does anything, it wouldn't bother me one bit, because it's doing what it's supposed to do.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's doing what it's supposed to do. The people that need to watch that show, watch it.
Yeah.
The people that don't even know they need to watch that show end up watching it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't care about a movement on that show, because it's been doing things on its own, by itself, that have opened up other doors without anybody even knowing that it stems from that show. You know what I'm saying? And I've had so many people within the community of hip hop that they watch the show. They don't say nothing, but they watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And they come back and tell me that they're really grateful for that fucking show. And they're really grateful for it being a place, even if they just listen, you know what I'm saying, to the things that are discussed on that show. And by the way, the check-in is a mental health show. We do have a counselor that's on the show a lot of the time. Shout out to D Nick. But the show itself, I don't know how to explain it.
I think it resonates with, you never know what other people are going through.
Yeah.
Like you might think you're going through something, but there's always somebody that's struggling with something that's way heavier.
Yeah.
You know, so you could be going through whatever you're going through and talking about your experiences and what you're feeling in that moment, and somebody feels the same or worse or whatever. But the fact that they can see another person
in real time
going through either the exact same thing or just something in just the purest sense makes people feel better, because it's like, dude, I'm not the only one that's struggling.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's nothing to struggle with. It's just how you feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And just seeing that other people go through things really, really, like, it kind of makes it all worthwhile. Like the stress of putting the show together and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if one person connects to it, every episode,
yeah, it matters.
Yeah.
And not only does it matter, it makes it worth it.
Yeah.
And the thing is so funny about that show is I only come up with the topic for that show day of. I don't think about it at all. During the week, doing nothing, I really only think about it probably about an hour or so before the show. And whatever in the fuck it tells me to talk about, the universe, the higher power, God, whatever, that's what I discuss. So up until that moment, I don't know what the fuck, and I don't even think about it. I wait until that moment, and whatever that thought is, and it usually is a very powerful thought. Like, you know, I've had more than a few shows on grief, and for whatever reason, I would be thinking one thing, and then grief keeps would pop back up in my head, pop back up. Okay,
it's got so many different outfits.
So I say, okay, well, we're gonna discuss grief again, and it
comes in waves.
Yeah, and it never fails. And this is why I'm gonna shout out to Shy City Sheba. She watches the show a lot, and she's one of the biggest supporters of that show. She was dealing with grief, and this is why when that show happened, I'm not gonna put a lot of her business out there, but it was the first time that I thought, oh, I'm gonna wait until the last minute. And I did that. And I did a little bit of reading about an hour before about it. And I was like shocked about grief and all the different layers to it. We do the show. And that's when she came on the show for the first time. She was dealing with grief, you know, of loss of a loved one. And she had never seen the channel before. She had never seen the show before. It just popped up on her shit. And at that particular moment, she was going through some heavy ass shit that was fucking up here. And that show helped her get through the night. And I had no idea about this shit. She spoke about it live in the chats. At that point, I said to myself, from this point on, I'm going to wait to the last minute and only do whatever the universe tells me to talk about.
It works.
And it works. It never fails. That there's usually somebody goes into the chat and says, I fucking needed this tonight. I wasn't even, you know, I wasn't even thinking about, I was thinking about this. I was having a tough time. And it just so happens the shit that you're talking about is the very fucking thing. And I didn't even know I was going to watch this shit. I didn't even know this shit existed, to get a lot of that. And so because of Shy City Sheba, that's why that happened. And that's why I do that shit the way that I do it for that show every Sunday. And even I haven't done it in a couple of weeks. Number one, we were in jail. And the week before that, I just, you know, I'm here for every fucking show. And the shit gets tiring. You know what I mean? Sometimes I have to sit back and just say, yeah, I ain't doing shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I ain't doing shit.
I think that's the healthiest thing a person can do is when you need to take a beat, you fucking take a beat.
Yeah.
And like some people might try to nudge you and fuck with you and shit because they look at it like you're quitting. But sometimes, motherfucker need a beat.
And you know how I am. I don't be liking that shit. I feel like I'm, you know, supposed to be doing something. But it's been a lot over the last year and a half, and you know, we're talking like 8-9 shows. By the way, we got other shows coming too.
Shit don't stop.
But yeah, it doesn't stop, because if I ain't doing and prepping and getting ready for a show, I'm on the phone and I'm talking to motherfuckers, and motherfuckers are calling me for advice and this and that, or there's a show over here. They want us to show up at the show over here. Is it possible we could do it live over here? Is it this, and this is coming up over here? Can you help out with this? And it's constant. It is constant. And I ain't mad at it. I ain't complaining.
No, that shit a blessing.
You know what I'm saying? It is a blessing, and I'm used to the shit. And it is what it is. I get the biggest joy, and this sounds corny as fuck, but when I see you guys in spots, I get happy as fuck for that shit. Until, of course, my sons act like fucking idiots, but that's to be expected.
And then they put on a Beats by the Pound song, and you in the corner dancing.
What? I don't even know. I don't even know what the fuck that means. And I'm gonna do you one even better.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not even gonna entertain that shit. What the fuck he just said? I ain't gonna fucking entertain it.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I peeped the growth since you became a doctor.
Oh yeah, well
You've been out here in these streets.
when you become a goddamn doctor, man, everything changed. You know what I'm saying?
Mature. Very
Dr.
mature.
Heat.
Very
You know what I'm
mature.
saying? But shout out to everybody that is watching, everybody that popped in.
Did we make it through all the shows?
No, we haven't. So we're just right now. We're just telling and showing everybody what the channel is about, because we have so many new subscribers in a very short amount of time that I feel like we need to introduce ourselves to people. By the way, hit that like, hit the subscribe, hit the share.
That's why
It's important.
you can describe Can I Kick It, because you're here and that's your show.
Can I Kick It is a
You got to speak up, bro.
Can I Kick It is a fun show. It's a show.
We just gained 3 more subscribers. So.
It's a show about high conversations, a lot of pot talk, just a lot of fucking stoner shit, So
Weed shit.
It's for basically for weed enthusiasts, people that like weed,
Potheads.
Well,
he said weed enthusiasts.
Weed
true.
enthusiasts. Yeah. Cause
Potheads.
Stoners
like
and
you
potheads
said the
can
other
be
day,
considered like racist
he
terms.
found out he don't love weed, so
Yeah.
Oh
not
yeah.
a weed
Q.
enthusiast.
Yeah. Shout out Q. Overdose music.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
He thought he loved weed when he found out real quick.
No, conversation
You don't
could
like
be anywhere from mild to wild. You know what I'm saying? So
Mild to wild.
mild to
All right.
wild.
That sounds like a sauce at a chicken wing stop. What you want? Mild or wild?
I'm with that shit.
It could
You're like,
be
man, give me the wild.
shit. Political shit to hood shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all tap in, man. Saturday nights, 8:30.
All right.
For real.
What else you got?
These effing dudes.
These effing dudes. These effing dudes is funny because these 2 bitches was supposed to do a show and they didn't do the show, and my ass don't like them empty spots. So I made a call and was like, have my mans come down, and I said, we're just gonna call it These Effing Dudes, and to kind of mock you guys and mock that show.
And it was hilarious.
And turns out motherfuckers liked it. So we had a time slot on Thursday, said fuck it. Now we have a new show called These Effing Dudes. And we didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. Goddamn Wi-Fi went out because of the fucking severe thunderstorms and shit. But we, this Thursday coming up, we'll be in the building. We got some shit planned. There's some shit planned. Now, listen, I'm going to warn everybody. First of all, these 2 bitches is pretty raunchy.
Yeah.
These effing dudes is out of here.
Yeah.
Out of here. And I'm going to tell you, I'm doing my best to reel this motherfucker in, to keep him locked in.
Maybe he shouldn't. Just let it happen.
Here's the problem. We don't need no goddamn flags, and we don't need no goddamn strikes.
We out here in these streets. I forgot.
Because the shit he wants to show and the shit he wants to do, I had to tell him yesterday, like, yo, bro, wait for the half-hour shows that, the members.
You know, some Larry Flint shit.
Oh, man. Look, man. Look, that boy is unhinged, and his brain is unhinged.
You know what? I had to think about who I'm asking about, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, he's as a host of the show, because I'm just the co-host, and I'm just trying to keep the train from falling off the goddamn tracks. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ace Vito, man. He's super witty, super funny, a very intellectual thinker, but goddamn, he's a filthy son of a bitch. Yeah. And I'm just keeping it a buck.
I mean, you need him. You need him on your team,
Yeah.
You never know what some shit gonna go down.
Just keep it a buck, because if you only knew the shit that he says when the camera ain't rolling. Holy fuck.
I'm feeling like Ace Vito to be the type of guy you need to take to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Some shit pop off and
He gonna know all types of
Well,
strange shit.
here's the thing. That was the other part in the plan of the channel and everything is once everything got settled in my mind, once all shows, especially this one, got settled in and we hit the numbers and everything, the bag is there. We taking this shit on the road. We are not sitting here in Chicago. We're taking this shit on the fucking road. We're gonna do an UNRAP tour, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? God willing. And God willing that we continue to have all of these subscribers because you know, for me, I've said it. All it takes is one. We got two. We had one go viral, and then the other one is going viral as we fucking speak. It's damn near at 1 million views, which is bringing a lot of traffic to the channel, and I'm not stopping.
Yeah,
I found out what the kind of our niche is as far as the humor and shit, and it's bringing a lot of eyeballs to the channel. And I you know me, man, foot on the gas. Let's go.
Yeah,
and that just means everything else has to get in order. That's all.
and then we have two members, right?
2 new members. We're gonna have a third here in a minute.
No, I'm saying like people who have joined.
Oh, yeah. Pardon me. We do have memberships to the channel. We have 3 tiers of membership. Rapper is $2.99. MC is $3.99, and Rap God is $5.99. Now, with those different tiers, there's going to be a lot of different perks that are going to come with it. We're still working on the store, and anybody that signs up for the membership is automatically going to get some merch. You know what I'm saying? We're setting up the store now as we speak, so that there will be merch. You'll be able to get the UNRAP logo with the, I ain't gonna say the names, but somebody getting the shit slapped out of them. You know, that's just our logo. Motherfuckers ask me why that
make it a
picture,
silhouette.
why that shit, and you know, I say because it encompasses everything this channel is about.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And get the fuck out the way. You know what I'm saying? You either with me or against me, and it's hilarious as fuck.
It definitely is.
So you know, it is what it is. I ain't mad at it. I ain't ashamed of it, and we're gonna wear that badge proudly. And we're gonna have that on the shirts. We're gonna have shirts and hats and everything. And I got other logos that I had already worked on that are really dope. Like the original logo, I still love that one with the way the letters, the font is, and you know, for hats and shit like that. But there's a lot going on, man. That's all I got to say. I mean, it's not all I got to say, but there's a lot going on, and I want to say to everybody out there that watches the channel, that participates in the chats, and that participates in coming and getting interviewed, participates in anything that we do, or invites us to anything that we do. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. You know what I'm saying? We keep real humility in this shit because there's a lot of motherfuckers that want to see us fail.
Yeah.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that don't want to see this shit happen. But the problem with that is they ain't in charge of that. They are not in charge of that.
Because for every one person that comes with that energy, you walk in the room and motherfuckers is, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. I mean, fuck them, you know?
Hey, shout out Ace Vito. There he is again. But I also want to say we have mic drop on Wednesdays with Chicago legends, hip hop legends, Shadow Master and Annihilation. Great show. And I want to tell everybody, I don't give a fuck where you're from. Submit your music videos to 606 Chicago 606 at gmail.com. 606 Chicago 606 at gmail.com. Submit your music videos to be played. And that show is every Wednesday at 8:30. And it's a music critique. They have a lot of fun. It's a video, you know, they critique the video and the music, the rappers, the whole shit, the production, everything. And it's a fun show. And shout out to Shadow Master and I, and shout out to Mic Drop. It's called Mic Drop. That's Wednesdays at 8:30. And if you're paying attention, there's still other shows. You know what I'm saying? We still got other shit. We got the HR department coming. Motherfuckers I can't speak too much on that right now.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring up that because I didn't know how much of the new shit that's coming you want to actually talk about.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But the HR department is coming. And I'm going to say this for all producers. You need to tighten your belts up. This HR department is coming. And if you ever had a job in your life, you know what the HR department does. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit together or you will receive a pink slip. You know what I'm saying? The HR department is coming. And for those that are in the know, they know what the HR department is. That show's coming a lot sooner than motherfuckers thinking. I can't fucking wait. Because you know I get hip-hop horny.
Mm-hmm.
And this is about as hip-hop horny as you can goddamn get. Because the show, I'm going to give you the premise of the show. The premise of the show is we're going to be interviewing producers. It's a producer-based show. And we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty on production. And we're going to call a spade a spade. We're going to call shit the way that we see it and the way that we hear it. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be inviting all producers from all over the city, from all over the world. Oh, shout out Microphone Misfits. Congrats on what you do. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Hey,
We
man,
appreciate
the
that.
channel hit 2 million. The channel hit 2 million views. We got a video that's going viral right now. Last week we had a video going viral. We've gained 2,000 subscribers, and I felt like today was a good day to talk about the channel and about who we are, and to give those that are just barely new to this whole thing, and that to give them an understanding what the channel is and who we are. You know what I mean? To kind of introduce ourselves to all of the new people. But yeah, the HR department is coming, and hey, man,
I'm excited.
don't get a pink slip. Don't get a pink slip because you will not be a rehire. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You will not qualify to be rehired.
You know, I know. I almost get fired every other hour. Shit.
Shit. But we got that coming. We're still working on the game show. That shit is going to be ridiculous. What other shows that we got going on here? We got Cooking Up with Nino. We got Whoop De Whoop Sports. We've got the check-in. We got these two bitches. We got these effing dudes. We got Unwrap the Podcast. The Trust Tree. Talk about the Trust Tree. Now wait a minute. Before you say anything about the Trust Tree, and I'm going to say this to everybody: get in tune with this woman. And the Trust Tree. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to be nothing.
No.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Because that show is about talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
Just talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
And the last show was mouth dropping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
I knew some things, and there was a whole lot more to that. You got to have him on for a second time around. Plus the internet went out.
Yeah.
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 We scrambled for that one, but I talked to him. Shout out to Q, Overdose Music, Quaalude. I talked to him the day after, and yeah, that show changed some things for him. You know what I'm saying? It really did, introspectively. You know, and about how he communicates and what he thinks about himself and his journey. Like, and that's what I keep expressing to you to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit, when I was the first person on that show, and in my mind, I was gonna be like, I ain't telling that shit. I'm gonna see, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to see, you know, what you was all about. Like, could you really do this or like whatever? Seriously, in my mind, and I found out real quick, you have an innate ability to talk to people, like dead ass. You have an ability that is very rare within people to be able to sit down, no holds barred, and have a conversation, and allow that person the space to feel comfortable enough to say things to you that they would probably never say to anybody. That is a God-giving talent. That is a God-giving gift.
Yeah.
And salute to you for that, man. You having it. I was telling someone today about you and about that show, and that's what I told him. I said she has an innate ability. It is just to sit back and listen to it and watch it live, it's something different. And a shout out to you and shout out to the Trust Tree. And I remember how that shit even started. We started up because shout out to Uncle Beats, because he was like about his chats, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, what does he call it? Where the people at in the hood or something like that?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And you said, we're gonna call ours the Trust Tree. Everybody in the chats, or no, not the chats, everybody in the Trust Tree.
Grab a branch.
Grab a branch.
Yeah.
And before I knew it, the idea was Trust Tree. And you said you wanted to do the show. And I brought up Soft White Underbelly and I said, oh, it would be dope. You just talk to normal people and about their extraordinary lives. Because everybody has an extraordinary journey. And we went from there, and that was it. Because you know how we operate around here. Don't come to me with an idea, because shit, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go.
You have a lot of shit you're gonna have to figure out to make it happen. But
and shout out to everybody in Chicago. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you are a dope individual, if you have some integrity and character about yourself, like dead ass, and you're willing to put in the work, I'm willing to give you a platform to do what you want to do and be a part of the UNRAP team. If you want to do a show, you want to do a podcast, hit me up. Those who know me know me. And if you know somebody who knows me, holla at him. If not, hit me up at unwrap808@gmail.com, and I'll talk to you and let's see what we can make happen for you. If you've ever wanted to do a podcast, ever wanted to do a show, because I believe in really like pushing the culture forward. I don't give a fuck. Let's make it happen. If the shit sounds good to me, go.
yeah.
And I mean go. I only want people who are willing to go, because I'm going to hold you accountable for the shit that you say. If you say you're ready to do it, then goddamn, I'm going to be on your heels. Let's go.
Yeah.
If you say you want it at 8:30, then then at 8:30 you better be fucking here. If you say you want it at 6, I don't give a fuck. Let's go. But stand on what you fucking say.
And it's not easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's doable.
And it's worth it.
It's definitely worth it. Like sitting back and thinking about like a long ass time ago, I had a friend that had gotten to some legal shit, and the requirement was they had to go to court order anger management.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in a really fucked up place. So I used to be a general manager at Pizza Hut. So the place he had to go to was like right down the block. So he'd come to the Pizza Hut, and we would have therapy so that he could be in a good headspace, so he can go to anger management.
I'm listening to you.
And not get violated.
I don't know what happened.
And not get violated. So I would have to listen to this nigga just unload his soul about why he wanted to beat the shit out of everybody and what was going on or whatever. And it was like, I'm the type of person where when I do some stupid shit, I will be the first person to tell me I'm a stupid bitch.
Right.
So it's not hard for me to tell somebody else. I mean, you probably should stop blaming other motherfuckers, because chances are it's you. Like, you got 9 of the same motherfucking situations. The only motherfucking common denominator in them shits is you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stop that. So-and-so did this shit and so-and-so did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because what about you? You the motherfucker that's got court order anger management, But it came from that, and then I had a lot of motherfucking friends that people always want to talk to me when they drunk. And I can never, be like, I don't want, like rush a motherfucker off the phone or whatever, I don't know. I like to be there for people, you know what I'm saying? I like to help people get where they need to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's just what I like to do. So I feel like the Trust Tree is the essence of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you don't have to be famous. You could work at the Jewel.
Yeah.
But you got a story.
Everybody has a story.
Everybody has a story.
Everybody's been through something.
Yes.
Either good, bad, or indifferent. Everybody's been through something.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of what we do after we've been through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even just to hear somebody's story from their recollection, from their truth, it's something.
Yeah.
And the fact that, let's get back to you on some real shit. Because when somebody comes in here and sits down, it's one thing to do it remotely, but when someone comes in and sit down and you're looking at them and you're talking to them, I don't think you understand what that takes to get someone to feel comfortable enough to say things that they wouldn't tell anybody. They had to do it live.
True.
For the world to fucking see. You're literally stripping somebody emotionally butt naked. But they do it willingly. And that says a lot. That says a lot about who you are. It says a lot about your aura and the way that you shit, I'm at a loss of words right now. That's rare. But it's a gift, man, and I think that you should take it more serious.
Yeah,
Because it is. I'm telling you, when I sat in that chair for that first show, I wasn't prepared. I really, really wasn't, and I thought I was, and I literally was telling myself, I'm gonna be a little just to fuck with her in my mind. Like I'm like I'm gonna have my guard up. I ain't gonna, even though I said to you, oh no, I'm an open book. Talk to me about anything. But I didn't realize I was gonna be spilling my fucking guts like that, and I didn't realize that it was gonna get that emotional for me. You know what I'm saying? Some of those questions and they sound so elementary, but they cut fucking deep.
yeah.
They cut really deep. And for somebody, shout out to Q and Overdose Music. You know that he cried. He was crying during the show. And he told me. And then when I thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, because I did see him kind of like shake up. And it shook him so much that normally for a show like that, like kind of like that, he feels like he needs to loosen up and drink a little bit. He drank 2 Coronas. After that, he stopped because it was too deep. The shit was getting too deep, and he just started drinking water for the rest of the shows because he didn't want to say anything fucked up, and he wanted to be honest. And you had him feel like he didn't want to disappoint you and fuck up. That's heavy.
Yeah.
Because he is a very guarded individual, and he's very guarded about the people that he surrounds himself with. He's guarded about his personal space. He's guarded about his past, and he's very vulnerable at the same fucking time. And for him to allow that was crazy. Not crazy in a bad way, but crazy good. Because he needed that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I talked to him all the fucking time. All the fucking time. And I'm telling you, he had a song. He just finished it. I'm gonna do everything. Terry, I need you. Because it's a song about never giving up. And he initially, it was like last week when he let me hear it, and it was gonna be about dissing motherfuckers that shit on him. But it was because of having conversations with me and the trust tree, he changed it all. Because the song is about never giving up and embracing. He changed it all from dissing motherfuckers to embracing yourself, to hugging and like hugging the shit out, and to being positive and really embracing the people that look out for you and all of that. He changed the whole shit about never giving up and second chances and everything. It's a fucking dope ass song. And salute to you. Like for real.
He was on my spirit though on some real shit ever since he came up here when we did the 420 thing, because like, I felt one way about him at first, but then that changed pretty quick though anyway. But I still hadn't like met him in person.
Right.
And then just like off the just being around him, like his energy is some people just don't have like a some people got it's heavy where it's like, oh fuck. And then other people are like, oh, I want to hug you. But he don't really have, it's like very even keel, because he gonna give you what you ask for.
Yeah, if you ask for shit, he gonna give you shit.
Yeah. And that's what I felt. But then like when we were like around him, like in that element, like what I felt from him was he was genuinely appreciative to be around people that just want to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we not on no weird shit, you know what I'm saying? Like we just, let's link up and do whatever. Let's build, you know what I'm saying? And like I felt like all of the people that he's encountered that have just kind of wanted to take whatever they could take from him, and who gives a shit about him.
That's his whole life.
Yeah, and but like that's on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, if you really pay attention, because if you care enough to pay attention, you'll see that all he wants is genuine people to connect with.
That's
what I'm saying? And like when I was actually gonna talk to him about it that night, but shit got crazy, you know what I'm saying? I never got the opportunity to, because I wanted to talk to him about him being fumbled in life. But that is something that's like, I've got a soft spot. Women is one thing.
him
feel
get
differently.
fumbled is life is heavy.
I have different feelings about women.
Right.
You know, but like men, I'm very, 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 very sensitive about men who have been fumbled in life because I have brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a father. You know what
Yeah.
the fuck I'm trying to say. You know, like my stepdad. Every man that I'm very close to enough to where they would confide in me or talk to me or whatever. There's an element to them that they're shaped the way they're shaped because they have been treated badly and handled just what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? And like that shit changes a man.
Yeah.
And that changes the way you think, that changes the way you walk, that changes the way you interact with people. Like the safety is gone.
Yeah.
And like it's one thing to have some shit happen to you when you're a teenager. It's one thing to have some shit happen to you as a young adult. But when you have been fucking just mishandled from popping out the cooch, you're built different as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know his life story. When he said that shit about bed available, that shit fucked me up because I don't know anything about this man, but I could smell it on him.
There are things that he said that we talked about before, him and I, you know, on personal level, you know what I mean, it was like he was reading my fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in the foster system, and my mom almost lost me and my brother in the foster system. And that bed available shit is very fucking real. And with the first foster home that me and I don't want to jump into it too deeply, but I'm going to tell you, like, the first foster home that we went into, because my mom just gave us up. She's like, I'm gonna come back and get you.
And that's a whole nother thing too.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother, not to cut you off, that's a whole nother, like, I don't come from that. You know what I'm saying? Like I come from a mother who, you know, if I had
By the way, shout out to your mom. She's dope as fuck.
Yes, she definitely is. If she had to sell her fucking shoes and the bra she's wearing right now to get us a motherfucking $5 meal.
Right.
She don't give a fuck.
Right.
No questions asked. She's gonna do it.
Right.
So I don't have no concept of that type of shit. And just interacting with people, you know what I'm saying, that come from that type, it's like that shit is so fascinating to me. But aside from your story and the struggle and the shit that you went through, you are still communicating. You know what I'm saying? You're blinking, speaking, talking, breathing, functioning. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking remarkable.
But it takes a lot to even get there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So the first foster home we went to, I don't remember the lady's name, but there was already 10 foster kids there. So they took foster kids in for the money.
Okay.
Just for the money.
And like if shit happened in the middle of the night, you could be placed there.
Like we got there and they were the nicest motherfuckers in the world. All the kids that were there were on their best behavior, dressed up, everything. Soon as them social workers left and my mom left, literally cookies snatched out of our mouths, everything. All of our clothes and everything. There was a big ass box, like a big industrial sized box. It was big as fuck. All the clothes went in there. All the kids' clothes, all your toys, everything went in that box with everybody's shit. And it was hell. That lady was hell. We ate, and I hated hot dogs for a lot of years of my life. Hot dogs and peanut butter and jelly, because that's what we ate. That and squash every day. For a year we were in that bitch, at that particular home. We took a bath. You were lucky as fuck to be the first, second, or third motherfucker in that bath water. By the time it got to whoever, was at the end of that line, there's dirt floating in the water. The water's ice ass cold. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why can't you just get new bath water?
Yeah, you want to get your ass whooped?
What the fuck?
You ain't running no new water. You get your ass in that water and wash. You get out the tub and be dirtier than you were when you got in that motherfucker.
Jesus.
Yeah, and clothes. Yeah. You mean wait, man? All your clothes went in a box, and they never got washed ever. They just went in that box, and when you changed, you threw your other shit back in that box, and then you grabbed something else, whoever shit it was. And she had this log. We were supposed to be with her daughter, and then she had a trailer. That's where all of the kids was. It was a double wide trailer. So all the kids were in the trailer, and then her daughter had the nice trailer in the front. It sat on about an acre of land. And there was a shed, and then there was this big log in the middle of this dirt area. And this was in way northern California, way up north, like in the mountains and shit. And if you got in trouble, you had to sit on that log from morning until night. And the log was dead center on the sun. The only time you got to do anything was when it was time for lunch or dinner. And then you sat your ass back there on that log until it was time for everybody to go to sleep or go to bed. And that was Fucking horrible. Couldn't talk, couldn't do anything. She'd be in that fucking kitchen window watching your ass. And if a social worker came, everybody got dressed up, cookies, everything. We got to go into the living room. We never got to go into the living room or anywhere in the house except for where the bedrooms and shit were. And if you got caught, you were fucked. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as the motherfuckers left, them same cookies that you ate from the last time the motherfuckers came with the same bite marks and everything in it, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Then we, yo, listen. Yeah, when he, like I that shit resonated with me like a motherfucker. Him and I had already talked about that kind of shit, and I was, it's a lot. And when that shit happened, we were mad young, my brother and I. And that shit affects you, heavy, and it affects how you think. It affects how you think about your parents. It affects, like, even me today. I look at my kids sometimes and I feel like I don't deserve them, and it's really fucked up. And I don't feel like I'm, not to get whatever, but it's fucked up. It's fucked up. So when you say motherfuckers fumbling a man's life, or what did you say?
Fumbled in life.
You're getting fumbled in life. That shit hit, man. Like, wow. Okay. Yeah.
It's true. Like, even I think about, like, like, not to get like too fucking personal, but even, in my own relationship, like how I was treated in past relationships directly affects the way I am in this one. And, same thing for him. Like, if you share with me that some shit happened or whatever, or a motherfucker treated you a certain type of way, it's gonna be in my best interest to try to stay away from that same lane. You know what I'm saying? Not to trigger some shit, but, like, you're supposed to be, like, delicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all humans. We all deal with shit. You know what I'm saying? And, like, it's just, it hits different to me when people express themselves and they're vulnerable to you. You know what I'm saying? And, like, like, everybody in the UNRAP family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we may not talk to each other every motherfucking day, but, like, if somebody go through some shit and need to talk to somebody at fucking 4:00 in the morning, I don't give a fuck. Call me.
Right.
I might call you a stupid motherfucker for waking me up, but
Right.
I'm gonna listen to whatever you have to say.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I would really hope we can get to some type of resolution. But, like, that shit that the night of Q's interview, the person that had come in and said that the trust tree came up on the timeline, that fucked me up all night. And I looked for that person on YouTube all fucking day on Wednesday. I cannot find that channel. I paused that shit and, you know what I'm saying, I can't find them, because I just need to know that they're okay.
Yeah.
Because that's fucked up. And then the comments that they had posted before he said what he said about the Glock 19 or whatever, he said that he was in a foster situation and
Well, there's no need to repeat it, but it was some really foul shit.
Yeah.
It was some really fucked up shit. But let's get back to you being able to talk to people. The fact that somebody is watching it, and feels compelled to say something, says a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? It says a lot. It really says a lot. It speaks mountains.
Yeah, I don't take that shit for granted, though.
Yeah.
But then, that type of shit happens to me aside from the show, like, in my personal life all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm constantly talking to somebody about some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I love that part of my life because, a friend of mine told me one time, this is when I was trying to be a stoner, sitting in the car and shit, and like, this girl, like, we had so many, like, profound fucking conversations. One time she said, I like hanging out with you. We could be in the car together and we don't gotta say shit. She said, we haven't said a word in 17 minutes. And I don't feel no nervous energy. I don't feel nothing between the space. We just in this car. Just being. I fuck with that. And I thought about that. Holy shit. Then another time we was talking about people using people. And she was like, I don't think that is a bad thing. It's the intention that can make it bad.
Right.
But, like, we're all here, put on this earth. We all have things. We all have, resources and service within us. What the fuck do we have it for if people can't use it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Use me. You know what I'm saying? And then Nipsey said some shit in an interview. He said that when he leaves the earth, he wanted to be left with nothing. Like, use me up until when I go back to the essence, I just return to the elements. You know what I'm saying? Everything I have in me, I want to give, I want to provide, all that type of shit. And I think that's true.
Yeah.
Like, we service.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do.
I agree. And if you've been watching right now, this is like really, really what all of this shit is about.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's about. Because even when MCs come through, it's the same vibe. We talk a little different. We say a little different, but we say things a little differently on that show. But it's still the same vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I get hip hop horny. We get intellectual. We talk about creativity. We talk about the journey. We talk about all of those things that trouble. Oddly enough, motherfuckers talk about things that trouble them. You know what I'm saying? And that's a hip hop show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-whoop. You know, as silly as they are, they're very passionate about their sports, and motherfuckers talk about shit that, you know, Swipe God hates a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's an element of the show, and he gets that shit off his chest. But but there's also a level of not taking things too goddamn serious. There's a level of on all of the shows, I would say, except for maybe the Trust Tree and Can I Kick It? Because like, not Can I Kick It, but the check-in, because I don't allow any fuckery on that shit at all. Like, if you come in there joking around, I will dismiss your ass in a heartbeat, because it's not a joking situation. I think that you have an ability on the Trust Tree to bring out humor in things that allows people to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, on the other show, it's like, yo, because I know men don't want to take accountability a lot.
Yeah.
Or don't understand what accountability is. And I know that because I didn't know what the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying? Or what it means to be accountable. So yeah. But all of the shows, even the rap shows and the sports shows, motherfuckers got to take accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to us, goddammit.
Yeah.
And shout out to the goddamn UNRAP The Podcast channel. Shout out to everybody in the UNRAP family. We're gonna end this. We've been at it for an hour and so.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, man. It's been great.
Damn.
We'll be back on track. When I say we'll be back on track, we'll be back at it like crack addicts. I'm not gonna get up and yell right now.
I don't believe it.
Turn it down.
So I'm gonna eat this.
No.
I'm gonna eat this Reese cup while you get up and scream.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
You're really not going to?
No. Maybe. No. But I will say this. We'll be back at it like crack addicts. This Friday, we got somebody really special going to be here. He's an amazing artist with a pen.
Oh.
With a pencil, with paint. He's a hip-hop head. He's a hip-hop aficionado. Used to be a rapper. I ain't going to say his name and everything. You'll see it when the flyer comes out. It's going to be a dope show. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised when he comes on the show. Let's just say this. There's a lot of people coming on the show in the next few months it's going to be crazy. And then when I talk about show, I mean this show, UNRAP The Podcast. And we got all the other stuff, but this is the flagship. And I don't give a fuck if anybody likes it, don't like it. This is the flagship, goddammit. This is what we do. But shout out to everybody that has subscribed to the channel. Like, subscribe, share. Hey, go back and look at our humble beginnings to where we are now. Stay in tune to where we are going. We have something on this channel for everybody. I promise you that.
Yes.
From humor to mental health to sports to living life leisurely or exciting or fucking crazy or whatever the fuck, we got it on this channel, and we got more coming. So big shout out to everybody that has subscribed to the channel. Shout out to everybody that's getting ready to, and they don't even know it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I said I wasn't gonna scream, but I'm gonna raise my voice a little bit. Mr. 20%, I see you. I see you. You a little bit late, bro. But
watch it back, though.
Watch it back. Today was just a show for us to thank everybody that has been tuning in with us been watching the growth and those that are brand new to the channel, so they understand what the fuck it is we do around here. You know what I'm saying? And so that they understand this is a great channel and we have great shows. We have good shit for everybody. Salute to everybody. Like, subscribe, share to this channel, man. Not only do we need it, we want it. And if you don't, we're going to take it. I promise you that.
Yeah.
He said, I'm old man. I don't know what that means, but all right. But go back and watch the show, Mr. 20%. Thank you for popping in, brother. As I say every week, we'll be back at it like crack addicts next Friday at 8:30. And I'm going to say this. We are the coldest in the city.
We definitely are.
And I mean that shit with every fiber of my motherfucking body. For those of you who don't know, now you know. And for those of you that hated, and those of you that didn't believe, that's all I got to say about it. That's all I got to say is, you know what I'm talking about? This has been UNRAP. We'll be back at it like crack addicts next Friday. And next Friday, I guarantee you, I'm going to be screaming, yelling. I'm going to be hip-hop horny. It's going to be bananas. Shout out to everybody. And if you're new to this channel, go back and watch this show so to get an understanding about what the fuck it is we do. Oh, man, I forgot to talk about the YouTube shit. We'll have to tackle that another time.
That's cool.
But thank you for popping in. My apologies for not getting to the YouTube tricks and hacks and shit, because we'll get back to it another show. But we'll be back at our regularly scheduled program. Back to it Friday at 8:30. UNRAP the Podcast. I'm your host, Heat Detector. The co-host with the most, the Najvino. And behind the boards, we got Swipe God the Engineer. We up out this bitch, man. Salute, peace, be safe.